Good evening. Good evening. I call this meeting of the Magnolia Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with Texas Open Meeting Act, Texas Government Code Chapter 551. So if everybody please stand, Dasha is going to lead us in our invocation.
Good evening. It's been a long-standing tradition here at Magnolia ISD at our board meetings to have a prayer. So if you are welcome, please bow your heads and we'll pray. Dear Father God, as we meet together tonight, please just be with us and may we feel your presence. We ask that you guide us in our conversation, our ideas, and in important decisions. As we make our way through the month of November, and we celebrate Thanksgiving, let us all have gratitude for the blessings in our lives. Please bless our Magnolia schools and entire community as we seek your wisdom, courage, and strength with all situations. We just pray for a hedge of protection over our Magnolia families for their safe arrivals and safe returns as many find themselves traveling over the Thanksgiving break. Lastly, God, we just ask that you help guide our students and teachers each day as we near the busy holiday season. We so understand the stresses of closing out a semester. These pressures in combination with so many festivities and performances, parties, it can bring a lot of emotion, and we pray for your steady light and spirit to always shine through. In his name we pray, amen.
Thank you. So if we can get our students of the month, Joey and Parker, step on over here and lead us in our pledges, the U.S. pledge, then the Texas pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
I pledge allegiance, honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
You can have a seat. Joey, you stay up here, please.
Dr. Bullock, Mr. Blizzard, and esteemed Board of Trustees, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to recognize Joseph, we call him Joey at school, Joey Lawson, our Bear Branch Intermediate Student of the Month, the secondary Student of the Month for Magnolia ISD. Joey has a little fan club here today. We have his mom. Dad is going to get to see this via video. He's in South Dakota right now, and it's North Dakota, the colder part. It's snowing, 6 degrees. And he also has his brother here, Thomas, who's a 5th grader at Bear Branch Intermediate, and his even younger brother, Robert, who is a 2nd grader at Bear Branch Elementary. And there's a number of people here from Bear Branch Intermediate staff and administrators that are here to support him. If y'all will just give a quick little wave. Thank you very much. And we got one more potential. All right. So Joey's journey to Magnolia started just last year when he moved here from Castle Rock, Colorado. And as soon as he stepped foot on our campus, he made a big impact. Outside of school, Joey is a Boy Scout. He aspires to be an Eagle Scout eventually. And he's an accomplished baseball pitcher. Outside of school, he likes to ride bikes. And he also creates his own baseball cards. I heard he's working on one for me. Okay, left field, right? Okay, because I can't catch. So Joey's favorite subject is science, and not only because he has a wonderful teacher, Mrs. Quinn, but also because he finds it very fun and exciting. Looking to the future, Joey's still deciding whether to pursue the Army after high school, or to attend Texas A&M University, where he's considering a role in engineering with oil and gas. As a 5th grader, Joey quickly gained the attention of our staff with his warm personality, his strong work ethic, and his dedication to his studies. He continues to stand out as a top student, excelling in all advanced classes, making straight A's. Several of his teachers have specifically recognized him for his level of engagement, his preparedness, and his ability to demonstrate a growth mindset. He consistently produces high-quality work and is always striving to improve. But what truly sells Joey as our Student of the Month and sets him apart is his exceptional character. As his favorite teacher, Mrs. Quinn, said so beautifully, Joey is a perfect example of what it means to be self-reliant. He is intentional, bold, and confident in all that he does. He strives for excellence and does whatever it takes to achieve it. Joey's maturity and character traits are well beyond his years, and she has no doubt he will continue to accomplish amazing things throughout his life. Joey, you are one of a kind, and it is my pleasure to have you recognized tonight as Bear Branch Intermediate Student of the Month. You're welcome.
All right, well, good evening. Thank you, School Board, Mr. Blizzard, Dr. Bullock, for allowing me to recognize this amazing young man this evening. Lyon Elementary is proud to present our Student of the Month, Parker Frith. He is a dedicated fourth grader and has been part of our Lyon family since kindergarten. Actually knew him when he was actually even younger than that, getting pushed around in a stroller as his mom was volunteering at school. He is the son of Rocky and Rachel Frith, and his positive impact on our school community is truly special. He's joined here tonight by his parents and his brother Paxton, along with some of our, did y'all move? Oh, you're further back. Some of our Lyon family. Parker stands out not only for his academic achievements, but also for his kindness and strong work ethic. He's a valued member of our cleanup crew. He said he picked this one because he knew he could get to play just a little bit on the playground as he went to clean up. But he works with his classmates to keep our playgrounds tidy. He's also part of our GT Reach program and will present his Dogman movie trailer at the film festival here tomorrow night, which I'm excited to see. Outside of school, Parker stays active playing flag football and baseball, and he's an avid fan along with the rest of the family of the Houston Astros. His favorite thing about Lyon is the kindness he experiences from both his classmates and his teachers. Parker has a particular love for math and is determined to master all of his assessments this year, and I have no doubt that he will do that. When asked what he wants to be when he grows up, Parker proudly said that he hopes to be a professional baseball player. A fitting goal, given that his championship rings now don't even fit on all 10 fingers. There's 2 extra. 12 rings to be exact. Parker also has big plans for his future and mentioned he would like to attend Texas State, like his mother. I told him that A&M was a little closer, and Mom would probably be fine with that, right? Okay. Ms. Matheson, who's here tonight, has had the privilege of having Parker for 3 years. Ms. Spangenberg clearly moved her around a little bit, but she says that Parker is a wonderful example of a lead student at Lyon. He's not only an athlete who loves baseball, but also a respectful and thoughtful friend to his peers. It's been amazing to watch Parker grow academically and socially each year, and I'm so glad and proud of the young man he's becoming. It's clear that Parker exemplifies the qualities that we value at Lyon Elementary, and we're thrilled to recognize him as our Student of the Month. Congratulations, Parker.
We got to keep shining a spotlight on you guys. Let's see, here's yours. Congratulations. Here's yours. I want you guys to know that we select one student from every campus each year. So you represent your campuses for your entire year. So you're in thin air. You're in high cotton and doing well. And, you know, we choose based on, not because you may be with a little persuasion, both Aggie baseball players someday soon, but because of your character and your integrity and your hard work. So thank you guys. Keep it up. We want to see you again. There's a lot more years in Magnolia. We want to see you up here again. Congratulations, guys. I want to thank America's ER for supporting our Students of the Month. I didn't say that out there, but I meant to. So thank you very much for your support.
I was just going to say, remember, we have Cheryl Wright instead of Brandon for the students of the teachers of the month.
Oh, yes, exactly. Okay,
'Cause that's
cool.
up next.
That's right. All right. All right. Well, instead of Dr. Garza, please.
All right, good evening, board members and Dr. Bullock. I'm Sarah Wright. I have the pleasure of filling in for Dr. Garza tonight to introduce our November Teachers of the Month. We're going to start off with our elementary Teacher of the Month, Miss Holly Swanke. She is, come on up. She is a kindergarten teacher at Lyon Elementary. She has 18 years teaching experience, 10 of them right here in Magnolia. In addition to serving at Lyon Elementary, she also taught across town at Smith Elementary previously. I think Ms. Spangenberg has some words to say about Holly.
Come over here. I know Ms. Rivera, I don't know if you're back there, she was like, do you think Ms. Rivera's here? Because obviously that was a sensitive moment whenever she came from Smith to Lyon, but we couldn't be more excited about it. Holly Swanke is an inspiring educator dedicated to fostering the growth and excellence of our youngest learners, some pretty fun kindergartners. Holly is passionate about nurturing students in all facets of their development. She looks at them socially, emotionally, and obviously academically. Her commitment goes beyond the classroom. She builds meaningful relationships with her students and their families, creating a supportive and inclusive environment that encourages learning and growth. Whether it's cheering her students on in the weekend activities, which she does often, or engaging in school events, Holly is always there. She's invested in their success, the success of our school, and her students' well-being. With her guidance, students not only thrive academically, but also learn the importance of connection and community. We are thrilled to have Holly as a vital part of our Lyon team. Congratulations.
Okay, and next up, we're going to celebrate our secondary Teacher of the Month, Miss Laura Sudreth. She is a 6th grade language arts teacher at Bear Branch Intermediate. She has 14 years teaching experience, 9 of them here in Magnolia. In addition to teaching at BBI, she also previously taught at Ellisor. So I think, Ms. Valinsky, do you have a few words you want to say? Absolutely.
Well, I am excited to recognize Mrs. Sudderth tonight as the Magnolia ISD Secondary Teacher of the Month. With her tonight is her husband, Jeff, her mother-in-law, her oldest son, Thomas, who is 6 years old, and Andy, who is 3. No way, Venice. There he is. They're so cute. Mrs. Sudderth exemplifies excellence in teaching, professionalism, and leadership. And it's clear that she is making an incredible impact on student learning at Bear Branch. As one of Magnolia's distinguished educators who's earned the distinction of exemplary teacher with a very strong case for being a master teacher eventually, Mrs. Sudderth consistently goes above and beyond to ensure her students' success. Through her thoughtful and innovative lesson plans, including engaging activities like escape rooms, Socratic discussions, and other creative strategies, she keeps her students motivated and excited about their learning. This approach has resulted in not only increased student engagement, but also noticeable academic growth under her leadership. Beyond her work in the classroom, Mrs. Sudworth's leadership and professionalism and set a high standard for her colleagues. Her growth mindset encourages her team to continually innovate and try new teaching strategies, ensuring a collaborative and positive environment. She's always in tune with the needs of her team and her students. She provides support and guidance whenever that's needed for both groups. Whether mentoring others or contributing to the school community, Mrs. Sudworth is a shining example of what it means to be dedicated and impact education. Congratulations, Mrs. Sudworth. Your hard work, passion for teaching, and commitment to both your students and your colleagues make you an exceptional role model. And it's my pleasure to have you recognized tonight as the Teacher of the Month.
Hello, my name is Becca Henry, and I am the president of Magnolia Education Foundation, and we are honored to be sponsors of this program to recognize these amazing teachers. Can we go ahead and give them one more round of applause, please?
Let's give another thank you to our Students of the Month and Teachers of the Month right here. It's such a joy to, come on up, Ms. Wood. It's such a joy to have this part of the evening because it gives us a glimpse into the success and the excellent quality we have here. Please, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bullock and the board for allowing us the opportunity. get a little bit more comfortable here. How's that? I have the pleasure of introducing to you guys this evening this year's College Board recognition students. And so at this time, if the Magnolia High School College Board recognized students would make their ways to the front, and while they're doing that, what does it take to become a College Board recognized student? The recognition program is eligible for 10th and 11th graders, and they take the fall PSAT and they score in the top 10% in the state, or they earn a 3 or higher on 2 or more distinct AP exams in 9th or 10th grade. And they earn a cumulative GPA of 3.3 or higher by the time of submission. And then they also identify as first generation, which was a new category this year, are Black or African American, Hispanic, Indigenous, and attend a rural or small town school. And most of our students here qualify under the rural or small town category, and they have also done exceptionally well on PSAT and AP exams. So at this time, I would ask Dean Derek Parsons from Magnolia High School to introduce his students who are part of being recognized.
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, school board, Mr. Blizzard, Dr. Bullock. My name is Derek Parsons. I'm the Dean of Advanced Academics at Magnolia High School, and tonight I have the honor of introducing these wonderful students to you. So there are many names, and when your name is called, just give a wave, and we will applaud when we're all done. So, here we go. Caitlin Albert, Erica Almager, Brooke Baird, Trace Bauer, Dean Baumgardner, Tristan Beard, Jorge Belladoza Francesca, Lillian Binke, Dillian Beningus, Miley Biaglo, Macy Biaglo, Preston Bobnar, Christian Chadwick, Macy Confer, Kaylin Dalton, Jackson Dromer, Layla Edelman, Travis Escobar, Michael Falsky, Jonathan Ferguson, Megan Finley, Jackson Glowacki, Elise Hall, Aiden Hoffman, Wilbur Holton, Greenwood Horn Jr., Gracie Huffman, Fernando Jimenez, Seth Johnson, Lauren Lindell, Tice Mitchell, Elizabeth Mortensen, Michelle Wynn, Patrick O'Donohue, Ty Owens, Ella Parker, Corbin Pratt, Von Prohl, Andres Ramirez, Gracelyn Ramirez, Hudson Rubink, Devin Tengway, and Marin Wells. Congratulations, guys.
Again, thank you. Congratulations to our Magnolia High School students. And while they're making their way over for their photo in front of the wonderful Magnolia ISD backdrop, will Magnolia West students who have received this recognition please come forward as well? Yeah, you just keep walking. I'll ask Dean of Advanced Academics, Carrie Faltasek, to introduce her students from Magnolia West.
Thank you. Good evening, Dr. Bullock and members of the board. Thank y'all so much for giving us a few minutes to recognize our students. These aren't just some of our highest achieving students, they're also some of our hardest working, so they absolutely deserve to be celebrated here tonight. So thank y'all very much for that. All right, friends, we'll just follow our, look at our squad, okay? So just like our friends from the East did, as I call your name, just give a wave. All right, here we go. So we've got Madison Adams, Marilyn Aguilera Martinez, Caitlin Barboza, Isabella Barnes, Giselle Cervantes, Jacoby Cox, Saul Cruz, Caden Daniels, John Ebel, Ryan Flynn, Leslie Guerrero, Alyssa Hyatt, Maddox Humphreys, Anna Hurd, Lori Jameson, Kaylee Kelly, Josiah Kelly, Tatum Kratke, Sebastian Ledesma, Savannah Melito, Ava Martinez, Haley Martinez, Chloe McMillan, Donna Mendez, Sydney Mullins, Connor O'Neill, Brandon Ramos, Nasli Rios, Alexandra Rodriguez, Alyssa Rotunda, Abigail Shepard, Angelina Sullivan, Sophia Swinburne, Brooklyn Torres, Vanessa Torres, Logan Vasquez, MJ Vega, Andrew Wazell, and Zoe Zemenzik. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, so I want to go over here and take a picture.
Okay, congratulations again to all of you, and continued success on your academic adventures. If y'all make your way over for the picture here. If I could ask any members of administration and Dean Derek Parsons back up here for Magnolia High School for a recognition for their campus. Mr. Owens, I'm about to call you out. Mr. Kratke, I'm about to call you guys out. Last year, the College Board started honoring AP School Honor Roll. So there are high schools where they provide an opportunity for students to be successful in college and moving forward. So this year, 5,061 schools were represented, which is about 32% of the eligible high schools. They include private and public and charter schools. And of these schools, 1,962 also received the AP Access Award, which is allowing diverse populations to achieve academic excellence as well. There are 3 criteria to become an AP School Honor. To be part of the AP School Honor Roll. It's college culture, which is where the students of their graduating senior class of 2024 took at least 1 AP exam. There's college credit, where students from the graduating class scored a 3 or higher on at least 1 AP exam. And then the college optimization, where students of the graduating class took 5 or more AP exams and scored at least, and took 1 at least in the 9th or 10th grade. And because we offer 1 AP exam, 1 AP course in the 9th grade, and 1 AP exam course in the 10th grade, it opens up an opportunity for our students to be part of this group. And so we would like to recognize Magnolia High School this evening for being a member of the AP School Honor Roll in Texas for the 2nd year in a row. And they have received the silver recognition. They have 55% silver level, which means 272 of their 495 seniors took at least 1 exam. The 38% on the college credit, which 186 of their seniors took at least 1 AP exam, and then college optimization, where 84 of their seniors took 5 or more AP exams in at least 9th or 10th grade. It's an awesome recognition, gentlemen, and I congratulate you.
Suitable for framing.
Absolutely, it is. And we're just going to roll right into our National Merit Scholarship recognition as well. And so National Merit Scholar is based on our juniors who took the PSAT this past fall, before this past fall. They are now seniors. They will be graduating, and they can be, based on their score and their selection index, they can be awarded recognition for National Merit Scholarships. So at this time, if you are a member of the Magnolia High School National Merit Scholars to be recognized, if you will move forward, make your way forward as well. This year we have 6 from Magnolia High School with 2 semifinalists, and we have 2 from Magnolia West as well with commended as well. So once again, Mr. Derek Parsons will introduce his National Merit finalists.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Wood. Super excited to introduce these 6 wonderful students to you tonight. So I will read their names and a little bit about them, and then we'll congratulate them. Like Ms. Wood said, there are 2 different distinctions with National Merit recognitions. And so the first group that we'll look at is, or recognize as commended. So first is Hayden Brown, son of Chris and Jennifer Brown. He intends to attend MIT after graduation, majoring in mechanical engineering and computer science. He's won a number of awards, such as the Leadership Award, College Board Rural and Small Town Recognition, AP Scholar with Distinction, and has scored a perfect 36 on the ACT. He is an IB diploma student. He is in the MHS Robotics, UIL Computer Science. He is the parliamentarian for National Honor Society and a member of the Code Ninjas. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Brown. Next is Kellen Cruz, son of Damon and Amy Cruz. His post-high school plans are college, where he intends to major in engineering. Some awards would be a special recognition in Spanish 2 Advanced, Geometry Advanced, IB Spanish 4, and he is also an AP Scholar with distinction. Various memberships include being on the varsity tennis and the secretary for the National Honor Society's, ladies and gentlemen, Kellen Cruz. Next is Carl Lamb, son of Jason and Melinda Lamb. He'll be attending an undergraduate school on his path towards medical school. He plans to pursue a career as a neurologist with an undergrad degree in neuroscience or biology. His awards include College Board Rural Small Town recognition, College Board African American National recognition. He is also an AP Scholar with distinction. He is the MHS Big Dog Award and Principals Award. The MHS Texas Boys State Representative. He's a member of, and he is the president of the MHS Band. He is the president of the MHS Speech and Debate Club, the Chick-fil-A Leadership Club, and the MHS Student Tutoring Program. So once again, Carl Lamb. And next is Michael Falsky, son of Michael and Genevieve Falsky. Michael intends to enter the Air Force, after which, serving his 4 years, he will go to college pursuing chemical engineering. He is a member of the Science National Honor Society. Once more, everyone, Michael Falsky. And now to our National Merit semifinalists. We have Wilbur Holton, son of Rachel and Chad Holton. His post-high school plans include going to college. He plans to pursue a career in the natural sciences. His awards include being the outstanding Spanish student. He was a member of last year's One Act Play State Championship, and he is an AP Scholar with distinction. He has various memberships, some of them being theater, as well as the president of the chess club, Wilbur Holton. And now, Hudson Rubink. He's the son of Darren and Cheryl Rubink. He also plans to go to college to pursue a degree in biomedical engineering. His awards is also was a member of the state championship UIL One Act group last year. He's an AP Scholar with distinction. His memberships include state-winning One Act Theater. He has participated in debate, I think all 4 years, if I'm correct, and also a member of the band and jazz band. So once more, everyone, Hudson Rubik and all of our students.
Ms. Faltasek, if you'll bring your National Merit students up here, we'll get everybody up here together. Everybody together.
Okay, and now for our National Merit Scholars at Magnolia West, both reaching the commended level. First, we have Cole Dolan. Cole is the son of Jacqueline and Roland Dolan. After graduation, he is going to attend whatever university is going to be lucky enough to have him and major in engineering. In addition to being a National Merit Scholar, Cole's awards include an AP Scholar with Distinction and College Board National Rural and Small Town Award. Cole received Student of the Year in Advanced English his sophomore year and was selected as Academic Decathlon Student of the Year as a junior. Finally, his peers selected him as Most Talented in the senior class. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cole Dolan. And next we have Natalie Kahanick. Natalie is the daughter of Ramona and Louis Kahanick. She is also still deciding which university we will be lucky enough to have her in the fall. Once she is there, she plans to major in chemical engineering. In addition to being a commended National Merit Scholar, Natalie's awards include AP Scholar with Distinction and College Board National Rural and Small Town Award. Natalie is also an IB diploma candidate. During her time at Magnolia West, Natalie has served as captain of the swim team and members of the astronomy club, academic decathlon teams. Outside of school, she has served as the treasurer and parliamentarian of the National Charity League. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Natalie Kahanick.
I say this almost every year, and I can't let this night go by without saying it. Every high school has the top 10% graduates. Every high school has the top 10 graduates. Every high school has a salutatorian and a valedictorian. Not every high school has National Merit Scholars, and we're proud to honor you 8 students this evening for being National Merit Scholars in Magnolia ISD. Thank you again. I'll say it again.
Okay, guys, I have to say, to add to what Ms. Wood said, it's the quality and the quantity of talent in this room is not only humbling, it's encouraging. I mean, we serve because of you, and we get exposure to other districts, and man, this is something special.
Well, you're right, Mr. Blizzard. It is really good stuff. Advanced placement, IB, the kind of advanced coursework here in dual credit as well that prepares kids and gets them ready to sit in front of an exam, like the exam, the PSAT that qualifies for national merit. This stuff doesn't come easy, and Alana Wood is exactly right. Not every high school has kids recognized by national merit. So I couldn't be more proud of this bunch. The advanced academic crew is kind of near and dear to my heart as a former teacher in those programs, and so I know the hard work that goes into it. I also know the parental support and encouragement it takes to maybe stay focused at times. And so parents, congratulations to you as well, and we're glad to celebrate your kids with you tonight.
Absolutely. So we're going to have a business part of our board meeting after our short break, but we're going to take a short break now to allow everyone to congratulate the talent in this room. So if you want to stick around, great, but this is a chance to slip out if you want to. Thank you. Okay, we're back. Thank you. Ms. Hinkleman, do we have anybody signed up to speak other than the one we have here? Okay, all right. I want to call Mr. Van Brown to join us. And I'm required to read a little something to you before you get going here, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
Participants must have turned in a request form 15 minutes prior to the start of this meeting. Participation is limited to 3 minutes. A timer is provided on the screen in front of you. Once your time is up, we ask that you please return to your seat. Any complaint or charge brought against an employee by name opposition for which resolution has not been sought in accordance with policy should be pursued through the district's grievance policy, and that also applies to keep the confidentiality of other students in check. Please note that the Board of Trustees shall not deliberate, respond, or make decisions regarding any subject that is not included on the agenda that is posted. So thank you.
I'm good?
Yes, please.
Thank you for this time. I appreciate you guys having me here. Good evening. My name is Van Brown. I'm here tonight to discuss why the district needs to set a procedure in place at every single school in order to prevent the wrong child from ever being sent into a CPS investigation again. I recently sent an email to the school board on November 4th regarding this exact incident that happened to my daughter on October 21st. As I stated in my previous email, we have multiple students at schools with the same first and last names on all of our campuses. Again, our administrations and our front desk personnel change so frequently that we must streamline this process for every single campus to follow. Imagine if any of your children were mistakenly sent into a conversation with a CPS agent. What if the line of questioning had been for a sexual abuse case? What kind of questions would your child have for you? It kind of feels like the innocence of your child would have been taken away. What if even worse, CPS was there to remove a child from a household and took them to the CPS office? Now think about the other child who was supposed to meet with CPS. What if they actually needed help and protection and they go home and something happens to them? Because our best practice is to check students in by their first and last names only. When I questioned how this happened and what's the policy in place as of that day, I was told that CPS gave the formal name of my daughter, and at the school that she attends, only had one person with that formal name, first and last only. Over and over again, I was told that the policy is in place is best practice or recommended procedures because according to the district, we are forced to work within the laws and parameters when it comes to CPS. Being ignorant to a law doesn't excuse you from negligence. And that's the whole message that I'm trying to get across here, that we need a better thing in place for our children, all of our children, not just mine. When I reached out and emailed to the district level administrator, wrote back to me and said that my daughter was seen walking into the office, and that kind of infuriated me a little bit more because I was assured by the administration on that campus the night of the incident that they never saw my daughter walk in the office. And if she had, their staff protocol, and she would have said something. So I'm here tonight to give this incident a voice, with hopefully a plan to protect all MISD students in the future. I would like to file, if I'm allowed to, file my local formal grievance regarding the wrong student being pulled into this incident, and also for the change of storyline that district administration sent me regarding what actually happened that day. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Wood, come join us again.
It's a great night to be part of advanced academics.
That's right.
It truly is. So each year by the state, we're to give a report on GT in our advanced academics for the district. And so I thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Bullock and Mr. Blizzard and the board, to share updated information concerning our GT and advanced academic programs. So just in front of you, there are numbers of students who are GT, who have been identified as GT at elementary level, intermediate, junior high, and high school level. Our total is sitting at about 5.91. We receive funding for up to 5% of our GT population, and 5.9 is about where most of the districts are sitting with that average of number, that percentage of students. So just to give you that, basically just those numbers real quick of where we are with our identification. We're finishing up that process for this school year. We should be finishing those up by the end of the semester. We will have updated numbers, but those are what we have as of snapshot day. Our continuum of services, which we go over, some of you may be aware of these, some of you may not, if you haven't heard them yet. So kindergarten through second grade, it's inclusion with enrichment activities. And our third and fourth grades are part of a pull-out system, 1 to 1.5 hours a week for our REACH program. Fifth grade is inclusion with a pull-out for our launch program. And then 6th through 12th grades, inclusion through our advanced courses, as well as AP, IB, dual credit, and newly added on-ramps. So projects and performance in these programs and these offerings of services. So for REACH, which is our third and fourth grade, you heard mentioned earlier from Ms. Spangenberg that we'll be hosting our Magnolia First Ever Film Festival tomorrow evening. Ballrooms A and C will be theaters where our third and fourth graders will be showing 1-minute book trailers that they have produced themselves through our Canvas. And then in spring, we'll do our REACH, the regatta. We'll be back with our cardboard boats at the swim center. In launch, 2 weeks ago, we hosted our GT Advanced Academics Expo, where our roller coasters were on display again. And that enriches our math and science curriculum. And I like the book trailers this year with our third and fourth because we haven't ventured out to support RLA. And so we feel confident we're helping support the RLA department as well with those book trailers. Second 9 weeks for launch will be the Miniature Wax Museum again, and this time we're enriching it with more research for our fifth graders. We're putting in line a vertical research component of what steps are involved with research, accurate websites, accurate sources and such, and just how for students to conduct research. So we're starting that with our fifth graders. Moving on to the high school level, our dual credit program. Offering in 3 subject areas. With English, we have composition and rhetoric and survey world literature offered to our juniors and seniors. In math, we have pre-cal, statistics, and calculus. And in social studies, we're continuing with U.S. history and government. We have 421 students enrolled in our dual credit program through Lone Star Montgomery. As mentioned earlier, we started a program with University of Texas, our on-ramps program this year. It's a dual enrollment through the University of Texas. It's 2 separate grades for our students. So with dual credit, it's 1 grade that's awarded to the students both at the high school and at Lone Star. Through dual credit, or through the dual enrollment at UT on-ramps, it's 1 grade for the high school grade and then 1 grade to award the credit to the students through UT. It goes on a transcript and it's transfers to anywhere. It's more open to be transferred because of UT. Right now we have 59 students enrolled into those 4 courses: Intro to Microeconomics, Elementary Statistics, Intro to Geoscience, and Intro to Rhetoric. This program offers our first-gen students an opportunity to go into a 4-year university more quickly and not to take the junior college route. So we're hoping that this will open a door for some of those students that seem to need a little bit more guidance and support while they're on the high school campus. Next slide shows our SAT and ACT participation and performance. So you'll see the first column there is shows our SAT participation, how we took a dip last year, but we're back up to 791 students that took an SAT. This is from the graduating classes in 24, is the green column. Excuse me. Evidence-based reading and writing, you'll see that the number drops a little, but as the number of test takers increases, we'll see a little drop in what the performance is because we're opening those opportunities up to some students who are trying an SAT and want to expand their horizons through that. And our SAT math, the same. You see just a little dip there. So if you follow the green column, when the number increases, the performance drops just a little, but we're still within range and we're still steady with our performance. I'm pleased with that. We look at ACT participation. We'll see that the participation has decreased just a little, but yet our performance in the English and math parts of the ACT have increased through the 3 years. Once again, because of more concentrated students who are taking the ACT, and not to mention the one that was previously announced from MHS with the perfect score. So that would add to that. Our AP exam results over the last 3 years. Again, the blue column contains the number of students that are enrolled in AP courses and took AP exams. The red column the number of exams that have been given by both campuses, and then the green column are those students who scored a 3 or higher all 3 years. So you'll see a steady increase in the number of exams. We were at 58%, and the performance, excuse me. We were at 58% passing rate in 22, 60.5% in 23, and then a 58.6 in 2024. Although we were down we were increased by 200 exams, even though our average did drop. So we had an increase of 200 exams. And I looked today, our submission for AP exams was due on Friday the 15th, and we are once again up by another 300 exams next year for our students. So I'm pleased with the direction that the AP program is going. Students moving in are accepting challenges and want to be part of our AP program. And hats off to our teachers, too, with what they do in the classroom, for sure. The last slide here is our IB exam results. Over the last 3 years, you'll see the blue column of the number of students. That is not just diploma students. Those are students who are taking IB courses. The red column, the number of exams that have been given. The green column, those who score 4 or higher with their component score. And then the purple column are the candidates for IB diploma candidates, and then our IB diplomas awarded. So if you'll see, there was a little drop last year, but we had IB coordinators change titles, so to speak. So we had Mr. Parsons left and became the Dean of Advanced Academics. IB coordinator at West left the district, and so 2 new IB coordinators stepped in at the same time at the same year. They've set standards for those programs and are trying to make those programs who they are and kind of be more of what they're comfortable running as a program. And so the numbers did drop a bit last year, but looking at next year, we'll see that there will be a total of 41 diploma candidates between both high schools going into next year. So our numbers will be back kind of where they have been. And our performance has been steady. So we've been we've been beating the world averages with IB. Our performances, our Spanish teachers work very extremely hard. We've got 100% pass rate with our Spanish. Our Englishes are doing well as well, with 85 or 100% performance rate for those students in those courses. Any questions on any of these?
Are you still seeing students taking both IB and AP exams as in the past?
Ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
ma'am. We sure are. And in fact, we stepped in this year at one of the campuses and opened up the opportunity for junior IB students to take both the junior AP and the senior AP Lit and Comp exam as well, just because they have, just to provide an opportunity for universities to see how versatile they are as a student and the assessments that they can take.
I'm happy to hear that.
You bet, me too. That should be happening. So
Well,
I'm glad you're happy to hear that.
Yeah, no, that's great because it gives them more credits when they go into college.
It does.
Great, thank you.
You bet. Anybody else?
So it's a little bit of a roller coaster with the SAT and the ACT numbers, in the sense that the SAT came down, back up, the ACT did the opposite, it seems. I mean, are they getting signals from colleges that are driving them to do this, or is there something underneath that?
ACT doesn't offer a school day ACT. SAT does. So we offer school day SAT in the fall for our seniors and in the spring for our juniors. ACT doesn't offer that opportunity for us to do so. So our students are having to leave and go take the ACT on a Saturday off of campus, whereas the SAT has an opportunity for us to provide that to them on campus.
No, that's good.
Did that answer your question?
That's a good thing. And I noticed the SAT kind of spiked up, which is good. It's coming back. We want it higher, obviously, but it's kind of crazy. It not only made up the loss from last year or the year before, but it grew even beyond that. So
Yeah, we're looking at the numbers. It did rise more
Right.
so than it usually has
Right.
in the past, but we've also had an influx of students coming into. So I know they're trying to afford that opportunity to more students just to see how they can perform on a college level assessment.
Thank you.
And on the SAT testing, I know for a number of years since COVID, multiple universities were not even requesting SAT scores. So I'm sure that's impacted the number of kids taking the SAT until recently.
Yes, in fact, they're slowly encroaching, accepting those tests again.
Okay.
So it's not across the board, curtain drops, we're going to take the test now. It depends on each university.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet. Anybody else? We're having popcorn and water tomorrow night for the movie night if you guys want to show up. So, thank you for your time.
Like you said, thank you. It's a great night to be a part of advanced academics, right?
Thank you, Ms. Wood. Well done.
Okay, Mr. Brunner.
Good evening, Board. Just want to bring you up to date on where we're at with construction from our 22 bond. I'm going to focus mostly on intermediate tonight because Parkway Intermediate is very near completion. We have a scheduled fire marshal inspection later this month. At that point, they'll turn over the keys. We have furniture move-in scheduled to begin January 6th. Probably take, 3 or 4 weeks to get all that moved in and situated. At that point, the building will be pretty much open for business. Unfortunately, the business will be a little slow for the second semester, but it'll be open anyway. So here's a shot of the parent drop-off lane. As you can see how close we are to completion on this project. The next picture is a shot of the bus drop-off, which, routes past Parkway Elementary and then will come out this way. Shot of the courtyard. You can see the extensive landscaping that's been accomplished over the last month. Again, this is the canopy-covered area outside, which is, this started at Mag Intermediate, but we've really kind of taken on a new level with these 3 new projects. It's a nice area for outdoor lunches with parents and that type of activity. This is a shot of the 2nd Street entrance. I don't know if any of you have been down through there to get a chance, but this really turned into a nice entrance into the property. And this obviously has mechanized gates and code operated as well as remote operated. So these gates will probably remain closed during the normal day, even though it's you don't access what we consider the secured part of the school through there, but still, if these gates are closed, it's just that added level of security. Shot of Main Street corridor. All of this work is complete. You can see the walls. I know that Ms. Myers and Ms. Valinsky are working on what we call a super graphics package. So a lot of these wall spaces will have graphics, being installed next semester. Shot of the main reception. Another shot of the admin area. Again, all this is 100% complete. This is the corridor down to Fine Arts and Athletics. Shot of the cafeteria. I'm just buzzing through these, but this is just to show the completeness. It'd really be nice to kind of get you guys together for a tour soon. Shot of the kitchen, 100% complete. We'll be getting into our training sessions during the month of December and January, including our kitchen staff. The shot of the band hall. Thanks to Bob Medina for a lot of his input on these projects. Shot of the gymnasium. Library. This thing's just waiting on furniture. And the learning stairs, and there's no orange in that at all. Shot of the classroom corridor, and finally, typical restroom. You just put that in there just so you can see the level of finishes. Tile everywhere, makes it easy to clean. Shot of the classroom. So Parkway Intermediate, by the time we meet again, the keys will be turned over. So we're very excited about it. It's been a great project. Here's a shot of the event building, which is probably be done before the end of the year, but we're getting very close, but still a little work to do. This will just be an auxiliary event building, and you can see this is the interior. Still needs a little work. So moving on to the junior high, a couple of notes about that is we recently turned on permanent power, so we've got conditioned air in that space now, which is allowing us to sort of move from the rough-in stage to the finished stage of this building. And where we stand, 4 to 5 months should be plenty of time to complete this project. So we really think this will be probably a May completion. And I know that's kind of stepping out there a little bit, but I feel confident at where they're at. So this is the main entrance, and what you can see from this is Avidet Canopy. Company is out there putting canopies everywhere, and that's what the structure is you see there. So there'll be a really unique high canopy at that main entrance. Here's a shot of Main Street corridor, and you can see all of the finish work that's being done above, and you'll see where that purple gyp board is where all the tile goes. You can see in this picture, this is going down another section of Main Street corridor where you can see that the tile work is being installed. So it's just really the first step of transitioning from rough in to finish work. Shot of the library. Again, they're putting in ceiling grid, which means most of the overhead work is complete. Shot of the stage, and you can kind of see in this picture a lot of the stage rigging equipment has been installed. So this stage is actually much further along than it kind of appears from this photo. Shot of the auxiliary gym. And the reason I gave you this picture, and not the main gym, is because there's lighting here and there wasn't lighting in the other gym, so it's still kind of dark. Shot of the locker rooms. You can see with all that ceiling grid in. Again, now that we have conditioned air, we're really close to starting to drop ceiling tile in there and wrapping up certain areas of the building. Now over in the classroom corridor, again, there's work to be done, but there's a lot of work is complete. You can see the lines down that hallway along the ceiling area. That's where the ceiling grid is getting ready to go in. That means the overhead inspections are complete, and so we've come a long way. Typical classroom, it's kind of in the same condition. And a shot of the band hall. You can see all the ceiling grid in there. Moving on to the CTE buildings, this CTE Health Building at Magnolia High School. This project, again, we have a fire marshal inspection first week in December scheduled for that project. It's going to be down to the wire. We do have furniture scheduled for delivery the 1st of January, so we'll be there. But right now, it looks like there's a lot of work to do, and there is, but they're moving along very well. You can see the interior. This is a health lab, and that's the ambulance simulator you see covered in plastic there. And then over on the other side, the lab, this is where the hospital beds will go in. It's going to be pretty cool. And this is the CTE HVAC building at Magnolia West High School. And again, they don't even have air on yet. It's scheduled to be turned on this Friday. And once that happens, a lot of things will happen very quickly as far as our classroom finishes. And this is the classroom, the grid's in place, the flooring will go down, paint, drop the ceilings, and that classroom will be done. Right now, it looks a little, like it needs a lot of work, but it's really close. And finally, this is this past weekend, we placed the concrete for the foundation for the JROTC building at Mag High School. And this actually represents the last ground-up project of the 22 bond. So the end is I can see it. That's it. Any questions? All right, thanks.
Good stuff, Mr. Brenner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brenner. I'm really impressed with how you guys are moving through the projects and staying ahead of schedule and under budget and all the good things. Thank you for your leadership.
There's a ton of excitement in his voice when he wants to turn those keys over. I can tell.
He's ready. He's ready to be done with it. I think there's two future principals to be back there that are a little bit excited too. I see Dr. Binghouse and Ms. Falinsky with big smiles on their faces too. So all very exciting.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let's see here. Next is our consent agenda. This portion of the agenda consists of items to be routine and will be enacted by one motion unless separate discussion is requested. So are there any questions or discussion needed on those items? You guys have seen them? Everybody good? Okay. And if we don't have any questions, we need a motion the board approve the consent agenda items A through G. Dasha, for motion, seconded by Sonia. All in favor? That motion passes. Thank you. All opposed? No? All right. Considered agenda. Wow. It's now time for us to canvass the election returns from the November 5th voter approval tax rollback election Vader. The board has received and reviewed the official results from the Montgomery County Elections Divisions. We've all seen them, but we got the official ones, which probably look just like the ones that everybody has seen. The results are as follows, though. There was 38,068 votes cast, 15,379 for, 22,689 against. That breaks down to a 40%, roughly 40-60, not quite that, 40.4%, 59.6% break between the two. So that was a very disappointing result for a lot of us. And I mean, I would like to say we believe we did this for all the right reasons, and we're going to continue to fight for all the right reasons to do the right thing, because we think this was all for the right thing. Voters didn't acknowledge it that way. We just got to work harder to win them over and help them understand the situation. So we're not going to stop. Any other questions or comments that anybody wants to make?
Yeah, Mr. Blizzard, I'll just add too that, the feedback I've gotten after the election, I think the employees in our district appreciate that you guys called this election and that we did our best to educate our community about what it is and what it's not. I see this result as an anti-tax vote, certainly not an anti-school district vote or an anti-school district employee vote. I know, with the economy tough and, taxes on the rise from other places, that is the sentiment that was shared with me afterward. It was just much more of an anti-tax vote than anything that is, could be construed as not being for the people in the district and appreciating the job that they do for the community.
And, we appreciate everything that everybody does, so much so that, again, we're going to continue to do what we got to do. But it's a good segue, Jason. If anybody, our fearless leader here, if anybody did a hard job of trying to go around helping people understand what the heck Vader stands for, what it's all about, why should I vote for it, it's this guy here. He made lots of trips, and I know many of you were part of many of those trips. So thank you for that. That was a fantastic effort.
Well, it was a collective effort. A lot of folks put a lot of time and energy into educating our public about how this works and how the school finance system works. Specifically Denise Myers, Eric Morris, Dr. King, Joe Devies, Chris Hinkleman, registered people to vote. One of the things that I'm pretty passionate about, and I think all of us are, is we want people to participate in the process and exercise their constitutional right. And I appreciate Chris's efforts to help give our people in our community a chance to register and make sure their registration was current. And I think on a lot of levels, the process of this was was a good way to spend our time. Educating our community and, pushing things like this forward. So thank you.
Well, not only that, as we all know, the finance system is convoluted as a minimum. And so
Right.
as we've come to appreciate that as school board members, the general public doesn't. I mean, they're just ignorant to it because they're not aware of it. So And you did a fantastic job of making a lot of people aware of it, and we appreciate that.
Well, and you know, for those of you out there, the people up here at this table, this school board, I was so proud of them for showing up and taking an active role in fulfilling their role in educating our community as well. So thank you, Mr. Blizzard. But it was all of us. I wish the result would have been different. And like you said, it's disappointing, but certainly understood in the economic environment we're in at this point.
It takes a village, and we're going to keep after it. Okay, any other comments or questions, anything? All right, we need a motion that the board approve canvassing the election returns and declaring results of the November 5th, 2024 voter approval tax rollback election official. In other words, the voter official, declaring the results official. Motion by David. It's not like we're all eager to do this here. Seconded by Jordan. All right. Thank you, guys. All in favor? Unfortunately. Thank you. So there's another item we were going to go through tonight. It was the financial accountability rating, the first rating that Dr. Morris is going to present to us. He's a little under the weather, so we're going to table that for next time. And then there's one more item after that, and I'll read this to you. It has to do with our safety. As part of our constant and ongoing efforts to ensure the safety and security of our campuses, the board will discuss our recent security audit and due to the sensitive nature of security information. We're going to hold that discussion in closed session during our executive session to discuss this item. So we're going to cover that in our executive session because it's safety related. And so with that, is there anything else we need to tackle tonight?
We were good.
All right. So with that, we're going to recess and go into executive session for several purposes. One is a team of 8 training with legal counsel pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071 to discuss a summary of findings from recent intrusion detection audits, to have a discussion of purchase, sale, exchange, or value of real property pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.072, and finally, personnel discussion pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.074. So thank you all for coming. All right, we're back. We need a motion that we adjourn this meeting. Motion by Sonia, seconded by Dasha. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. It's 11 o'clock. Thank you.